What's up, guys? Jangles here with the first episode of our new series. Today, I'll be able to show you guys a little bit of what I've done. I haven't gotten to do too much though, but I've done some stuff off screen. As you can see, I've kind of cleared out this area on the island, which is right about here. Started a little bit of a starter hut right there. Got a little bit of some animals for some sustenance, some food. And this is a real basic house. I'm gonna show you what I've been doing using carpenter blocks. I've kind of got them inset so that they're with the stairs, and I've got this like outline here. This is real basic, it's not gonna be too fancy. But what I have done here, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this and this are two different wooden textures, and I've kind of mixed it in to give a little bit of, I don't know, so it just doesn't look like one plain wall. It kind of gives it some character. I've kind of like that. We've got some stuff in our inventory that we're gonna go look at real quick. Alright, so let's get on with the point. I have an item in my inventory that is going to play a large role. Well, these types of items are going to play a large role in this series, and that item is oh, I threw it on the ground. A helicopter. Now, I don't know how many of you guys watched my old series. I'm talking like, man, before beta Minecraft. I don't know. It was a long time ago when mods didn't really have progression and they were just kind of all over the place. I used to play with a helicopter mod, and it was like my favorite thing. I like it because I really like the idea of having to travel large distances with vehicles. I don't know, I really like that. I think it's cool. So we're going to be using vehicles a lot in this series. I'm going to be building roads, I'm going to be building like harbors. I've got Archimedes ships, I've got flans for the motorcycles and cars, and those kind of require you to build roads. We're going to be having like helicopter pads, runways for planes, and we're going to be building all of our builds, whether they're just for decoration and fun, or if they're for function like a mob farm or whatever we have. We're going to build them in different places, right? They're not all going to be here. Like, we're not going to have a home base that's just all here. We're going to have some here, some down there, some stuff over here. We're going to explore around, maybe have something floating out on the ocean. It's going to be, they're going to be spread out, and because of that, we're going to use vehicles to get around. And I think it'll kind of be cool, at least I do. So let's take a look at this vehicle first. This is a helicopter that is made to go on water. It's actually one of my favorite helicopters in the mod pack. So the way this works is you craft it. They're pretty simple to craft. Let's go ahead and pull the mod up here. This one is the bell float. See, it's a block of iron, glass, 4 iron, and a piece of wool. There's tons of vehicles in here. There's lots of ridiculous ones that we won't be using, and there's lots of really cool ones that we will be using. Then you need fuel, which is just like that, and you can actually refuel it. So then you get in the driver's seat, which happens to be here, right? And you hit R, as you can see popping up. Yeah, if you can look top right of the screen, you'll see it popping up R. And you can put fuel in it. Now, the helicopters aren't really fast. They're okay. The planes are fast, but let's go ahead and take off. And there you go, flying around a helicopter. Now, if we go into third person, we can use this to kind of get out. So this is cool. Now, it might be a little choppy right now. Choppy. Oh, me. It might be a little choppy right now because I haven't generated all the chunks around, but once I generate them, it won't be too bad to fly around. But there's 2 modes of flying. There's this, and then there's hover mode, which kind of lets you get around. I'm sure most of you who watch my videos have seen Flyboys and can tell that was somewhat of an inspiration for this. I'm not going as much for the militaristic. I just wanted to use the vehicles as a form of travel because I think it's really cool. So I'm going to get back to playing here. I think I'm going to try to finish this house a little bit, maybe get some stuff set up, maybe set up a helicopter pad. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see, but I'll meet you guys back. Actually, let's land this thing first. I want to, if you can see where the wheat is, I want to eventually have that whole area down there. That's, I guess, 1 level lower, covered with wheat. I think that would be great. So let's go ahead and land. Now I need to change some configs for this helicopter because I don't like how it automatically runs. But anyways, I'm going to get back to building the house, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I figured I would show you guys a little bit of what I meant here as I'm filling some of this in. So I've got two different planks in my... there. I like how they're close, but they're not the same. Like, if you look at them, it's a little bit more... the lines are a little thicker here. There's a couple of changes in detail. It adds a good effect, though, to mix up the texture, so you don't just... It's like seeing a plain wall of smooth stone bricks versus seeing a wall of smooth stone bricks with smooth stone and cobblestone and stuff like that mixed in. It gives you variety. It gives you something to look at so your eyes don't get bored. So what I've been kind of doing is just like something like that, and then I'll come back and I'll do this. I've actually kind of been just laying out a bit of a random, just a little bit of a random design here and there like that, and then kind of go back and put these on here. And then in my opinion, it ends up giving it like it's actually built out of wood that wasn't all the same, like it looks like it was built from wood that, because in the real world, when you have something built out of wood, it doesn't all look the same, because wood is different. Honestly, so every piece of wood is different. So I'm just going through kind of getting this done, and I think I will eventually get this house set up with a bunch of machines. I've got thermal expansion installed, and the main reason for that is just to make my life easier. Doubling of ores will help a lot with building, and I don't really wants to spend a bunch of time grinding resources. I mean, I'm gonna have to gather them anyways, and I'm trying to set a rule of no branch mining but caving. We'll see if that sticks. So far I've been doing that, and I've actually got a bunch of resources. I'll show you guys what I've got. But it's just ease of, it's a quality of life thing here, being able to just dump some stuff in a chest, come back later and see it. We've got big reactors because I think that will go along with our industrialization theme, and it'll kind of well, that's a theme I want to have. I want to have themed buildings that look like what they do. We'll see. We'll see how much I keep to that word, but have like a power plant at one place and a farm at another place. And maybe this will end up being the farm area because we've kind of already gotten started here. We'll see. But pretty excited. I haven't really played with big reactors much, so. But while we're on topic, let me go ahead and go through the list of mods real quick with you. There's not a lot of them. There's Archimedes ships, which will be fun. We'll build an airship at some point, I'm sure. Bibliocraft, big reactors. Bibliocraft, I'm sure you all know what that is. It's just a decoration mod. It's just, I don't know. It's one of my must-haves. It adds so much stuff that really just adds to the creative element of kind of making your house your house. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Big reactors, which is a power gen mod for thermal expansion. Carpenter's blocks, which just adds a bunch of, as you saw there, just different kinds of blocks you can build. We'll see them as we get to them. The new version of Chisel, which adds a bunch of new blocks. Custom NPCs. Super excited about this one because I want to fill the world. Like I want to create, I might even go as far as to create shops I can use, set fair prices, and then move them places and actually have like a market district somewhere. I think that'd be pretty cool. Flans mod, planes and vehicles, but we're mostly going to be using land vehicles. Forge micro blocks. That's the block that you see over here, this stone outline. There's a bunch of different, basically it allows you to make smaller blocks out of big blocks. It's hard to explain until you see it, and I'm sure you'll see it at some point when I use it. Let's sleep through the night real quick. Okay, what's next? Mantle, that's just a required thing. MC helicopter, you saw that. That's just a bunch of awesome vehicles. Open modular turrets. Now, I wasn't even going to include that until I saw it in the Flyboys episodes, but I think it would be so cool to have a mob system that had turrets killing the mobs. I don't know. We'll see. I may end up removing it, but I just wanted to play with it. Redstone paste, because I'd like to be able to put redstone on the ceilings, on the floors, on the walls. And then finally thermal expansion, which, as I said earlier, is is, you know, it's just a quality of life thing for me. You know, this is our first house here. It's really just kind of like an initial base station, kind of a way for us to get started here. I haven't built a roof yet. I'm bad at roofs. I spent about an hour and a half in a creative world yesterday trying to build a roof for this. It was not good. So I'm going to do some more research, work on that later. I also forgot to mention, before I forget, we have Schematica in this pack. So that will allow me to build a bunch of stuff in creative and then bring it over easier. I'm going to use that for runways and helipads and stuff like that. Eventually, I don't want to live here. I want to live in a modernized house somewhere on the island. I kind of want to live on this island if I can. The island kind of ends right there. Maybe let's just take a look around the island and see if we can't plot out where we would want to live. Let's just go ahead and get an F5 mode. All right, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a stroll. So this bay right here, I actually really like that, and there's a couple of planes that are, you know, water takeoff planes and helicopters like this. This helicopter can land on water and land, so I like it for that. But let me turn down the volume. This is really loud. Sorry if that's so loud, guys. So I want to have like I don't know, maybe I might have to adjust it a little bit. I don't know. But if I had a house somewhere around here, if my like main house was maybe up this hill, maybe I built a modern house up this hill in front of us, I could have a walkway, pathway down, and have a little dock down there with a Cessna. Is that what it's called? I think it's called a Cessna. Yeah, there's a water landing Cessna right there. And I could have that, and maybe have a runway over this way, maybe over here. I'm not really sure. I haven't completely done that. I'm also open to suggestion of mods. If there's any mods that you guys, for some specific reason, really like and would think would fit the pack and the theme of what I'm doing, you know, just let me know. I just really enjoy the idea of travel. I don't know. It's a bit weird, but you know, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm just glad there's finally a couple of mods that do helicopters and planes justice in Minecraft. There was a long time, man, where I was waiting, and there's nothing. You know, there was nothing around. It was just, it was garbage. I mean, there was, back in the day, there was really good mods, and then all of a sudden there's this drought for helicopters and planes and stuff. I mean, you had flans, but flans didn't really fly the way I wanted it to. So, go ahead and land this bad boy. There we go. There's a little bit of a trick to it if you want to do it straight. It's easiest to go into hover mode and then, go over it. So, there's going to be a little bit of role play in the series. Like landing a plane and then pulling it into an actual hangar and stuff like that. Like, it's unnecessary. I mean, I know I can land a plane here if I want to. I know I don't need a runway. I don't, not for the planes. The flans cars, you need roads because otherwise they don't really work very well. But you don't need runways and stuff for these. But I kind of want to, give them purpose. That's what Minecraft's all about. It's all about building what you want to build because you want to build it. And the reason I want to build it is because it's fun. So we're going to do that. Alright, so I figured since it's the first episode, we can get a little bit of dirty work done. Usually I would do some of this off camera, but I don't have a whole lot of time to record today, and I kind of wanted to get a couple of things done. So I think what we're going to start is laying out the paths that we're going to have from our starter house to this. Like I said, starter house, whatever. I'm going to eventually move these animals to a larger pen. I haven't really decided yet. I kind of want to have a big area. Maybe I will flatten this out to a degree. I'll leave some of the hills for kind of natural and then fence off a large area. I kind of want them to have, big natural area. This whole area that's down is going to be crops. I don't know. That's just what I decided. So that's what it's going to be. There'll be a path through it, though, as you're going to see. So let's start with our house here, and we're kind of just going to go like this. This is going to go through the crops here. And then I think right here we're going to start going this way down to the mine. This is going to be kind of our entrance to a mine shaft. And then I think we're going to branch off this way. Yeah, like this. To go to where we're going to be parking our plane / helicopter temporarily. Eventually I'm going to build a dock. It might be here. It depends on how long that we stay here. So let me get up in the helicopter and take a look and see what I think. Let's see what we think. Go to F5 mode. Because you can get a pretty good feel for the actual shape of the road up here. Might as well get a good idea of it before I start. Yeah, that could be cool. I think maybe we could have, well, I'm wondering how it's going to look with the wheat. It'll probably look okay. Then we could have another one branching off from here, going around this way. Eventually we'll turn some of the paths into roads, but we're going to try to, paths are going to be for walking and they can be curved and whatnot, and roads are going to be as straight as possible for, you know, that's, if you can have a straight road, you have a straight road. It's really efficient, you know, for your speed and everything like that. So I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's get to it. Take a landing over here. All right, so I've dug out a path. You know, three wide seems too big for this small area, so I'm going with 2 wide, but up to the house, which is an odd number, I pulled it into 1. So we'll see. I think it looks pretty good right here. You know, it comes to the center point and then it kind of divides off this way. Yeah, I think it looks okay. We'll see. The blocks that I've picked out that I want to use are andesite. There's no coarse dirt in 1710, unfortunately, so this is the best we'll get, which looks pretty good. It'll never turn to grass, so that's kind of what I want. We got stone bricks. Didn't want stone bricks. I wanted andesite like that. So, yeah, we've got andesite. We've got raw andesite. We've got that. And we've also got gravel. So I think we're gonna start with just the dirt and the gravel. This will turn to grass. We're gonna start with the dirt and the gravel and then see how it's looking. I think we're gonna start with gravel mostly. Gravel's pretty good. My dog just came up to me to say hi. So if you hear him prancing around, that's why. So we'll put it like that. See if we can't get enough gravel throughout here. Maybe this will look okay. I don't know. I'm not super great at the whole randomization aspect of these things, so we'll see if this looks like garbage when we're done. We'll take a look at it. I think that it looks a little too. I may actually end up completely replacing the gravel with grass. Have, you know, just dirt with grass kind of mixed in some places. That might actually be the best. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna give it some time. See how I feel about it. Do it. Come on. Do it. Come on. I know you can. I know you can. Ugh. I've been waiting and waiting. I've literally been watching grass grow, like, for the past 20 minutes. There's a couple of spots that's done it, like right here. See, here's the thing. If this becomes green, it'll look better. I'm waiting for that too. I'm trying something. I'm seeing, I don't have silk touch, obviously, so, you know, there's that. But I'm trying to see what I think with grass randomly in between. Now, when grass does this and cuts in the side a little bit, I think it looks good. Like, it's going to do it there. Right there, it'll do it once it grows. Right here, for instance, I think that looks really good. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I've only got one instance of it showing, so I guess we'll have to just wait and see. I'm probably also going to add some light fixtures throughout the path, and maybe go ahead and harvest all this wheat and start, because like I said, this whole area here that's one level lower is going to be wheat except for the path. So I might have, you know, it'll be, I think that'll give it a much cooler aesthetic, having it'll eventually be full grown wheat, and then having this path going through it with, you know, maybe like a lamppost here, maybe one here, you know, and a couple of spots. Let's go ahead and put some cobble down to kind of mark those. I don't have any cobble. Let's go ahead and put some andesite down. It's good enough to mark those spots for lampposts. What about right here? Because I want to try to do natural lighting as often as possible. We'll see, or not natural. I want to try to do non-torch lighting as much as possible. Now, I know a trick, but I have to go to the Nether first. You can use the carpenter's blocks, which, let me actually show you a couple of those real quick so you can get it in your head what I'm talking about. These guys. So this is a carpenter's block. It's really cool because let's say you place it, right? Haha. Now you can right click on it and you can have vertical half slabs, which is super cool. There's a bunch of different types of carpenter's blocks you can make. Like you got the fences, there's the doors, there's the hexagons, I guess oblique, whatever. Triangles, you can make all kinds of different shapes, and it changes the way Minecraft works a lot. The cool thing is this. You can put any texture, any block on it, right? You can even add it on the side. So if I wanted, I could have wood with an andesite cover so that the top shows wood and this side shows andesite, right? So that's neat. You can also do things like, let's see if I can go grab some seeds real quick. There's like a lot of different things do have different qualities when it comes to carpenter's blocks. For instance, this doesn't work on that, does it? Did it work just then? Didn't see it. There we go. See, that's like a mossy piece of wood. How cool is that? It is awesome is what it is. So you can do all kinds of stuff like that. Let's go ahead and take this out. This is screwed. What do you guys think about the grass in the middle? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments. I like it when it does this, or it cuts into the side. I just don't know how I feel about it in the middle. Maybe that's me just being a little bit ridiculous. Maybe we'll know when they're all done. But yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and call the episode here. We've done a good bit of stuff today. We built our first helicopter, took a tour of the island, worked on our little starter hut, which is, you know, very modest and will be. Kind of set some pathways up. I talked about the direction of the series. I'm really excited about it. Probably not going to put out a lot of episodes very frequently, probably like 1 to 2 a week. That will keep me from getting burnt out on it, and also just with I work 40 hours a week, so it's not really possible for me to do more. Whenever I try to do more is when I end up stopping, so we'll probably do 1 to 2 episodes a week. That way I can play a lot and do a lot off camera, and then kind of show you guys what I've done, like we did today. I kind of brought you in, showed you what we've done, and then we kind of took steps forward to do some more stuff during the episode. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Hope you stick around, and bye-bye.